We are in the module number 2 and we are discussing the chapter corrosion and metal finishing. Okay, now we are under metal finishing chapter, and in this session we will be discussing about the electroplating and the electroplating of chromium process. And what is electroplating? Electroplating is a process of coating a layer of any of the suitable metal or a superior metal on a base metal by electrolysis, by using direct current or electric current. Okay, what and all the electrolytic plating bath? It will be consisting of the electrolytic plating bath. It will consist of either steel tank or concrete tank or wooden tanks will be there. Okay, there will be a bars which is known as a bus bars will be there. Okay, they are used to hold this anodes and cathodes. Okay, in a industrial processes, in a plating processes, there will be a large tanks will be there, and number of alternate anodes and cathodes will be hanged to the bus bars. Okay, and the electrolyte solution will be there, and the electrolyte solution will be containing many additives. Okay, suitable buffers will be added to maintain the pH. Okay, and it also contains some organic additives. Organic additives means like the brighteners will be there. Small amount of the brightness will be added to get a brighter surface. When do we say that a metal is very bright in surface? When the light falling on it should be reflected, right? Okay, so to get a reflective surface, brightness will be added. Okay, and it also will be containing levelers. Okay, what happens, sometimes in the electrolytic plating bath, rapid deposition will be taking place to one particular areas. So there in one place very thick deposit will be obtained, and in other place a thin deposit will be obtained. Okay, that will not be accepted by the industries. Okay, it will be rejected. Okay, one should supposed to get a thin and uniform coating on all over the surface of the object to be coated. Okay, so to maintain that thin and uniform coating level, okay, these reagents will be added. That is levelers. Okay, levelers are added to get a leveled surface on all over the surface of the object to be coated. Okay, and structure modifiers will be there, or they are also called as stress relievers. Okay, these are added to remove if any gas like hydrogen will be accumulated on the surface of the article. Okay, or any byproducts are formed and it is sticking on the surface of the electrode. Okay, the electrode is said to be under stress that time. Okay, so stress relievers are added to remove the any gas bubbles which is present on the surface of the electrodes. Okay, and it also contains we need to maintain the metal ion concentration. Metal ion concentration should be maintained. It is very important. Okay, the nature of the thickness we will be getting, okay, depends on the concentration of the solution used and the temperature and current density used. Okay, so many of the organic additives will be added here. Okay, and here no confusion should be there. Only small amount of this chemical substances will be added. Okay, they will be having their own properties, okay, in modifying the structure of the object. So small amount of these additives will be added to the electrolytic plating bath. Fine, and the electroplating can be carried out by two steps. Okay, that is, one is a electrolyte consumption method, the second one is a anode consumption method. In electrolyte consumption method, the coating material will be taken in the form of a electrolyte, like chromium plating. Okay, the metal to be coated is taken in the form of a electrolyte. Fine, so when the coating process is started, and after some time what will happen, the electrolyte concentration will be reduced. So from time to time we need to check the concentration of the electrolyte, and it should be maintained. In the other method, anode consumption method is there. Okay, in anode consumption method, the coating material will be taken in the form of a anode. Okay, so from the anode the metal will be dissolving into the electrolyte solution, and then it will get reduced to the metal, and then it will be depositing on a to be anode will be dissolving into the solution, then gets reduced and will get coated on the article to be plated. So there are two types of electroplating are there: electrolyte consumption method and anode consumption method. Okay, chromium plating is an example for electrolyte consumption method. Okay, so here under the electroplating of chromium, usually and the nickel undercoating is given for articles before the chromium plating. Okay, and chromium plating already I told you it is done by electrolyte consumption method. Okay, there are two types of chromium plating. Okay, that is hard chromium plating and decorative chromium plating. Okay, for the components which are used in industries, hard chromium method is followed. For all the other things like for decorative purposes, okay, the other method is followed. Only a slight change will be there, that I will be showing in a tabular column. Okay, before the article is carried to the plating process, okay, there is a process called pre-treatment. The same thing we discussed in a the previous chapter also, corrosion chapter, in a galvanizing, right? Okay, in the same way the article to be treated, no, it should be first cleaned. Okay, directly it will not be taken to the plating process. Okay, how about the cleaning process? Here also the cleaning process is almost the same. The article to be plated is first treated with any organic solvent. Okay, that is to remove the any oil, greases or dirt if it is present on the surface of the object. Then it is treated with a dilute acid like HCl or H2SO4, that is to remove the hardly adhered or scale like impurities. Then no, if any some plating processes requires slightly rough surface areas. Some plating processes requires the article to be slightly rough. If the rough surface is required, sandblasting is done. Okay, it's a process of sandblasting which makes the surface rougher. Okay, that is done if a hard surface area is required. Okay, and afterwards if smooth surface area is required, okay, a coating will be given to give a smooth surface area by electrical or any other methods. By using electrical or mechanical polishing methods, a smooth surface area will be given if required, and then the article is washed with a lukewarm water and dried. Now the article is ready for electroplating process. Clear, no? Okay, next anode and cathode will be there in the electrolyte bath solution, right? Okay, anode will be either inert electrode or a coating material will be there. For our chromium plating process, I told you it is electrolyte consumption process, so the anode here will be inert anodes. Okay, here inert anodes are used here. Okay, they are lead tin or lead antimony alloy which is coated with the PbO2 is used in the case of chromium plating. Okay, after this cleaning process, the article will be fixed in the place of the cathode, and the anode will be either inert, okay, inert like Pb, lead and antimony or lead tin alloy will be taken in the place of the anode. Okay, and the reaction which are taking place in the electroplating of chromium are here, no, chromic acid will be taken, CrO3, which is in a 6+ oxidation state. Okay, by a series of reactions, the Cr6+ ions are reduced to Cr3+ ions, and the Cr3+ ions are then finally reduced to Cr, okay, elemental chromium, that will get coated on the article to be plated. Okay, here the electrolyte taken is a chromic acid and H2SO4 in 100:1 ratio. Okay, what happens? By a series of reactions, the Cr3+ is reduced to Cr3+, and then the Cr3+ is reduced to the elemental chromium that gets coated on the article to be plated. Okay, this is the composition of the plating bath. Here two types of questions can be asked. Okay, like they may ask you to explain the decorative chromium plating or hard chromium plating. Okay, only the slight difference in current density, friends. Just remember, the current density for normal decorative chromium is 100 to 200 milliamperes per square centimeter. For hard chromium it is 215 to 430. Okay, and current efficiency is 8 to 12, 10 to 15. That's all is the change, nothing else. Remaining all are almost same, and temperature is, this is 45 to 55. This you can remember as 45 to 66. That's all, nothing else. Only a minor change will be there. Okay, so I think there will not be any difficulty to remember. Okay, you have to write the composition of the plating bath in the same way. Okay, in the same way you have to write. See, anode, what is the anode? Insoluble anodes like a lead tin or lead antimony alloy which is coated with the PbO2 is the anode. Okay, what is the cathode is the object to be plated, that is already pre-treated. And what is the bath composition here? 100:1 chromic acid and H2SO4. And current density required is 100 to 200 milliamperes per square centimeter. And the efficiency of the current here in the plating bath is 8 to 12%, and the pH is required for this process is 2 to 4. Temperature required is 45 to 55, and the applications are to give a good decorative finish and on automobile parts, surgical or optical instruments. Okay, I told you to remember the change. Only the current density you just have to remember for hard chromium 215 to 430, and the temperature is 45 to 66 you remember as. Okay, and it is used in industrial applications. Okay, the industrial hard chromium it will be used in different applications. Okay, it will be very hard. Okay, it will be used in ball bearings and other things. Okay, the chromium will become very hard and which will be suitable to use in the industries. Okay, so this is about the table composition of the bath of the decorative and hard chromium deposits. Okay, see here in the plating process now, I told you the plating bath solution contains CrO3. Okay, in CrO3 the chromium is in a 6+ oxidation state. Okay, and the 6+ oxidation state will be reduced to Cr3+ and then to the elemental chromium, and then it will get deposited on the article to be coated. We discussed already, right? Here chromium anodes are not used. I told you, right, there are two methods of plating. That one is anode consumption method and electrolyte consumption method. Chromium cannot be done in a anode consumption method. Why it cannot be done in anode consumption method? If chromium anodes are used, like in acidic medium, they will become passivated. They will become very inactive. Okay, that is one reason. Other reasons is if chromium anodes are used, it will be like improving the concentration of improving the concentration of the Cr3+ ions. In presence of more number of Cr3+ ions, we will be getting a black color deposit instead of a shiny deposit. Okay, so we need to control the concentration of the Cr3+ ions. Okay, otherwise the complete deposit will go waste. Instead of getting a shiny deposit, we will be getting a black color deposit. Okay, so that is one reason chromium anodes are not used. Okay, and one more thing, the anodes are coated with PbO2, I said. Lead tin or lead antimony alloy is coated with PbO2. What is the function of PbO2 here? PbO2 coated, that will be helping in maintaining the concentration of the Cr3+ ions. Sometimes what happens, there will be more concentration of Cr3+ ions in the plating bath solution. I just told you, in presence of more concentration of Cr3+ ions, we will be getting a black deposit instead of a shiny deposit. Okay, so we need to maintain the Cr3+ ion concentration. That will be done by PbO2, which is coated on the surface of the anode electrode. Okay, that will decrease the concentration of the Cr3+ electrodes by reoxidizing the Cr3+ into Cr6+. Okay, it will make only the required amount of the Cr3+ to present in the electrolyte bath, and the excess will be oxidized back to the Cr6+ states. Fine, and the applications already shown in a table. Okay, let us discuss once again. Anyway, hard chromium it used in industries. Okay, that is on piston rings, ball bearings, cutting tools, engine parts and all. Okay, and black chromium deposit, I told you, like in presence of more amount of Cr3+ ions, we will be getting black deposit like that. Okay, even that black deposit is having some applications. That black chromium deposits are used in photographies. Okay, and like the decorative chromium plating is there, that is used in to give an attractive surface, shiny surface, and in a decorative finish. Like the tabs will be there, in chemistry labs usually it will be like very shiny and attractive finish will be there. Okay, that is due to the chromium plated ones. The steel is coated with the chromium. Okay, so that it will be giving an attractive and shiny finish. Fine. So this ended the chromium plating process. We will be meeting with the new topic. Until then, thank you.